Hello, my name is Sharon Moore, and you're about to watch a presentation on book talks. I've had students ask me, I've had colleagues to ask me, what is a book talk and how do you do one? So sit back and relax, and I hope that you learn just a little bit about how you go about doing a book talk. Thank you and enjoy.
What is a book talk?
Miss Moore, what is a book talk? Books can't talk, can they?
We've been talking a lot about book talks, and I've asked you to do one, but what I want to tell you about, what is a book talk? A book talk is a commercial. It's just like watching TV, and they're trying to advertise. What's the purpose of a commercial? Why do they have commercials? Why do they have commercials, Clint?
To show you stuff.
Why are they showing it to you? What do they want you to do about it, Enora?
They want to entertain.
They're entertaining you. That's what the shows do, but what are the commercials for? Frazier?
They want you to get it, to buy it.
They want you to buy it. Well, I don't want you to go buy a book, but I do want you to get interested in other books other than what you've been reading. So that's why we're going to do book talks. It's also like a movie trailer. If you've ever seen a movie trailer where before the movie comes out, they show you clippings of the movie? Why do they show you the clippings of the movie, Audrey?
Because they want you to watch the movie.
They want you to watch the movie. But the reason why we're going to do the book talk is to get people to read books. Okay? Does everybody understand what a book talk is? It's like a commercial and a movie trailer. Okay? What a book talk is. Does anyone have any questions so far? Clint?
How do you do a book talk? Yeah, how do you do it? That's my question.
Oh, I didn't. Well, that's what we're going to talk about next. How to do a book talk.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fine. I had a great lesson today on book talks.
You know, I've heard of book talks, but how do you do them?
It's a simple series of steps.
Well, how do I start?
When you do your book talk, there are certain things need to be included in your book talk. The author's name, the book title, you want when it was published, and any awards that the author may have won. The setting. When you describe the setting of your book, be sure to include the time and place. Talk about your main characters. Supporting characters. You want to give details about both. What happens in the beginning of the story? What is the problem or obstacle that the main characters face? But don't give away the ending. What connections did you make with the story? What do you think was the author's purpose for writing the story? What did you learn about yourself and others from reading the story? And how has this story affected you? And how would you rate the book? That's one thing you want to definitely include. If it's a 5-star book, tell them it's a 5-star book. If it's a 1-star book, then you might want to choose a different book to do your book talk on. Alright, you asked me how to do a book talk. Well, what I've given you are some note-taking papers and a rubric. Everybody have theirs?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and put them down. Alright. You want to make sure you choose a book. You have to choose a book for your book talk. Because how you going to do a book talk if you don't even go and choose the book? So you got to choose a book. And then you're going to keep it short, interesting. It's going to be an oral report on a book that you have read and want to share with your peers and your teachers. Make sure you rehearse your book talk at home. You need to practice for what you're going to say when you get up in front of the class and do your book talk. You may want to practice it with your parent or your guardian. Choose places where you want to pause and look at the audience, because when you're doing a book talk, you want to make sure you have good eye contact.
Hi, my name is Reese Marshall, and the book I'm doing my book talk on is Pippi Longstocking. It was written by Astrid Lindgren. I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars. The book is about a girl named Pippi Longstocking who can live with a horse and a monkey with no parents. Her mother died when she was tiny, and she believes that her father is the king of cannibals. She has really, really crazy adventures, like wrestling a really strong man at the circus, which she spells circus like S-I-K-U-R-S. That's how she spells circus. Dancing with burglars, which is really crazy, and playing tag with policemen on her room, which I think is the craziest. I would describe Pippi as adventurous, crazy, strange, but she has a good heart. And another important main characters are Tommy and Annika, 2 siblings that wish they could be in Pippi's shoes and go on the same adventures, because she's so adventurous. The main problem is that she is too wild. She needs parents. She can have caramel corn for dinner, and she can have caramel corn for dessert. She can go to bed whenever she wants to. It's just crazy. And the policeman tried to put her in a children's village, but it just didn't work out. But this is what the solution was. They just let her stay. She just stayed in the house. And she did her way to the children's village. I like this book because it was really good and it was funny. And I wish I could be more like Pippi, but I can't, because I can't go on my roof and play tag with policemen. Which is very sad. And I can't eat caramel corn.
Hello, my name is Audrey Cuzzoni, and I'm doing my book talk on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. The author's name is Jeff Kinney. I like this book because it is very funny, and it is good. The main characters in the book are Greg Heffley, Roderick, Manny, Greg's mom and dad, and his friend Rowley. The story takes place at Greg's house, Rowley's house, a pool, soccer field, and some other kids' house. They didn't say their name. The main problem is Greg's dad is trying to send him to military school. The solution is, well, you're going to have to read the book to find out. Is Greg going to go to military school, or is he going to stay? You'll have to read to find out.
Hello again. I hope that you enjoyed the presentation on Book Talks, but I'd like to take this time to remind you of a few important steps in doing Book Talks. First of all, you would like to begin by going over the expectations you have with your students using a rubric. And in doing your presentation, you want to make sure that you include the date that the presentation will take place so that they can judge how much time they have to prepare. The next thing you want to do after your presentation is allow them time to go and check out a book, because they're going to need to check out a book according to the requirements that you have set in your book talk presentation. Okay, after they've checked out a book, you need time to actually read the book. So you need to schedule that into your book talk plans. Make sure you allow them time enough to actually read the materials, and they're going to need to take notes either during or after they've read their book. Once they've done that, emphasize practice. They need to practice what they're going to say before the day of the presentation. So they need to use that time at home to practice with the parent. And then once they've practiced, the day will come when the presentations have arrived, and you can sit back, they can sit back, and they can watch the beautiful book talk presentations.